Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video my mom is making a beautiful double-sided beach scene in resin coasters. In today's video she's using craft resin, which is a 1-to-1 ratio by volume, so she adds in equal parts of the A and B into one cup to mix together. Your resin should be mixed for around 3 to 5 minutes or until you no longer see any streaks in your resin. She has her molds that she'll be using out and ready, and she has them in Resiner's fast curing machine. This is perfect to use for small projects and speeds up the curing time so that you can demold in just 2 hours. I'll have it linked in my description with a discount code if you want to give it a try. Once her resin is mixed in well, she separates it into smaller cups where she'll be adding in her pigments. The first pigment she's using is DuPont's alcohol ink in the shade Intense Teal. She adds 2 drops into each cup and then takes Just For You Online UK's pigment in the shade Emerald Green. She adds 1 drop into each cup and then mixes that together. And she'd like for it to be a little more pigmented, so she goes back and adds in a couple more drops of each. She has a small cup here filled with small pebbles, and she'll be adding some resin into it to mix together. This can help to minimize air bubbles versus adding the rocks directly into the molds and then pouring the resin on top. And she separates a small amount of resin into another small cup. Here she'll be adding in her sand, and she adds a little bit of this luxury gold ghost pearl into her cups of resin. And in the cup where she added her sand, she's also adding in Just Resin's golden glass glitter. She pours that directly into the center area of her molds. And she uses a wooden stick to help spread out the sand. Then she adds her resin mixed with the pebbles onto both sides of the sandbar. Some air bubbles have gathered here on the top, so she takes a torch gun and carefully pops them by moving the torch gun around quickly. She places in some more pebbles and some shells. She uses a wooden stick to adjust the placement of the pebbles. She's taking Just Resin's gold glass glitter again and uses a silicone makeup brush to apply it directly into the molds. Next, she takes her blue pigmented resin and fills up the molds to the top. She had some leftover resin, so she's pouring that into a tea light candle holder mold, and she also had enough to pour into 1 more coaster mold. She was able to fit everything into Resiner's fast curing machine, and once you're done, all you need to do is place on the lid and press the on button, and your resin pieces will be ready to demold in about 2 hours. So after that time has gone by, she comes back to demold. We always like to add on a top coat to our coasters and trays, and if you'd like to see more about that whole process, I'll have a video linked above. The top coat helps to get rid of any imperfections from the initial pour and also creates a beautiful domed edge. We use liquid latex while doing our top coat, and here's a clip of her removing the liquid latex after the top coat has hardened. And here's the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Follow me on my Instagram, Summer Girl Designs, and my mom's Instagram, Wild Heart Resin Art.